Pepsi up and down it. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Have a Pepsi day.
Why are women so happy about new Tickle antiperspirant? Is it because Tickle is the first roll-on with a big, wide ball? Is it because Tickle comes in 4 fresh fragrances? Or is it because Tickle helps keep you dry all day? Make yourself happy. Staying drier is nicer with a little Tickle.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Today, so I have exciting story to tell about beautiful new Ford Mustang car. And inside car, boy and mother and shopping bag. And inside bag, box of post-rice crinkles. And inside box of post-rice crinkles.
Wow, Mom, boy, oh boy. There's a Mustang car inside the rice crinkles.
Oh, no, dear. The rice crinkles are inside our Mustang.
But there is a Mustang inside the rice crinkles.
Oh, there is a Mustang inside the rice crinkles.
A Mustang just like ours.
And so, sugary rice crinkles give happy ending to story. Boy get Mustang, you do too, inside post-rice crinkles. Collect them all, convertible, hardtop, and fastback. Race with your friends. You go vroom, vroom when you get Mustang car free inside post-rice crinkles.
I'll give you $50 for those sneakers. Ah! $50. Okay?
You can have them. They're terrible.
It's to prove a point. Now, you wash in detergent alone, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's wash this sneaker in detergent alone and this one in the same detergent plus Clorox bleach. Now, see any cleaning difference?
The one I wash with my detergent is just dirty. The one washed with Clorox looks so clean.
Clorox Clean. People can see the difference.
The American Eagle. Goodyear's symbol for its all-American kind of radial tire. Goodyear is committed to product innovation. We introduced rayon cord in tires. We created the polyglass tire and the polysteel radial. And now the American Eagle with belts of Flex 10 cord instead of steel. Flex 10 is made from a flexible man-made aramid fiber that's pound for pound stronger than steel.
The tire for America. The American Eagle. The tire.
When can I pick up the pictures?
Thursday.
Thursday, okay, let me make a note of that.
You gonna write it down there?
I was going to,
Oh,
yeah.
well, then let's say Tuesday.
You mean 2 days earlier?
No, 5 days
5 days later. I thought as much.
If this customer were at a Photomat store, we'd be introducing him to our brand new picture pickup promise. Photomat's way of telling you exactly when your pictures will be ready.
That quick?
Sure, and if it doesn't work out, you get a free roll of film.
Oh, no. You get in trouble for
It's
that.
no problem.
Huh?
It's a Photomat policy.
The Photomat picture pickup promise.
Is there a Photomat store around here?
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
When you bring life home, don't tell the kids it's one of those nutritional cereals you've been trying to get them to eat. You're the only one who has to know.
It's not too sweet. It's refreshing, crisp, and neat. Canada Dry Ginger Ale, it's not too sweet. It's not too sweet. I repeat, it's not too sweet. Canada Dry cools your thirst. It's a taste that can't be beat.
It's not too sweet. It's a cold, refreshing treat. Canada Dry Ginger Ale, it's not too sweet.
Regular or diet, it's more refreshing because it's not too sweet.
I found a recipe you won't find in a cookbook, but it's sure nutritious and a real money saver, too. Take a quart of Carnation Instant Non-Fat Dry Milk. Add a quart of whole milk. Mix, chill, and serve. You get 2 quarts of fresh-tasting, low-fat milk and make a real savings on your milk bill. Carnation Instant Milk. Good for you and your budget, too.
This is Robert Hedges. Stay tuned for the second half of the Brady Bunch Hour, or the sweat hogs are gonna get you, see?
That's right. Ring that bell, people. Subscribe, all that shit. Celebrate Prostate. It's Sunday. You know what that means. It's time for ice cream. One of my favorite things. Really, it is my favorite. You know, they're all my favorites now. They're like my children. I can't pick one over the other now. But this is the one I have the most fun. That's for sure. I really enjoy getting it together. Anyway, we call it ice cream here because ice cream is considered by most people to be a treat, and to me, a treat is hanging out, chilling, and getting to know somebody better. And in today's case, this is definitely the case because I've been bumping into Toya in chats for maybe 4 years now, 4 or 5 years almost. You know, and having conversations in Discords and stuff. And it's like I said, man, she'd be a perfect guest. And everyone that I talked to agreed. And so today's guest is special. She always says she ain't nice. I don't know what that's about. We're going to find out. But she's always been nice to me. I'll put it that way. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Toya D.
Hello.
Your mic's hot, gal. So, how, you doing okay today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm groovy. We kind of chit-chat a wee bit before we got going here, and got our stuff together. So what I do is I've got some questions here. It starts at YouTube, and then ends back up at YouTube. But before we get to the questions, let's say hello to some people in the chat. We got some folks in here. Let's see, the one and only Dr. Functional. He's been waiting for a while. So was Gaming and Yelling. Prince,
hi, guys.
Prince, Fresh Mints, French Mint Refreshments. God damn. That is really hard to say, man. Right? Toxic Doves, what's up, man?
Howdy.
That's right. Sir Adamantine, greetings, sir. Becca Fairley, Shadow Cat. I love doing that show with Becca too, man. Cause I hate communism, but anyway, Uzi Q, my one and only baby. Let's see, boom. William Stinchava, greetings. Quinn the Cultist, and Toxic Doves. What's up? All right, fam. So we are all acquainted, and everybody knows everybody. Let's get going here, Miss Toya.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I just call you Toya, or do I need to call you Toya D? Or
you can call me Toya.
Okay, or it's not Toya ain't nice, or Toya D ain't nice, but it's not Toya D, but Toya is fine.
Just don't call me late for dinner, and I'm fine.
That's right. That's right. What's that accent, man? I can't figure out. Are you a Cali girl?
Yeah.
I knew it. Sweet. All right. So, all right. So, like I said, first questions talk about YouTube. How long? All right. So, how long have you been on YouTube, and what was the main reason you started going to YouTube?
Okay. Well, went on YouTube like 2011. I mainly went on there just for my kids, to let them watch like little cartoons on there or whatever.
Right.
And the only reason why I got an account, because you couldn't make a comment without an account. So basically, it was theirs YouTube channel for like a long time. I let them use it, but then I took it back and I ended up changing the name because it was just Toya D at first. So. And ended up changing the name back in 2017 to Toya Ain't Nice. Because someone said something and I made a comment and they're like, well, that's not nice. And I'm like, well, Toya ain't nice. And I'm like, oh, I like that. Let me just change it. That way I don't have to explain myself to people anymore.
Well, yeah, it would be like, and I would be like, oh my God, all these different chats, and there you are, right?
Right?
Yeah. So talk about that a little bit. Your love for hanging in chats and stuff and talking, man.
I mean, I don't know. It was just something that, I was like a mom, almost single parent, and I was working, and I had like my kids, and there was really nothing else to do, and I just started going into different chats. Well, I started going into like family vlogs and like games and stuff, and just chatting with them and everything. I didn't really get into like the whole like politics or anything else to like 2016, 17 when Trump came in. Because, I like talking shit to people, so I was like, okay. So, I mean, but yeah, it was. So, yeah, I mean, I ended up changing the name. Everybody thought I was nice. I'm like, okay, I'm like, telling the truth ain't nice, I guess, because I was just being honest with people, and they was like, well, you're just being mean. I'm like, okay, well, I guess. I mean, I guess I'm mean then if, being honest is being mean, then I guess I ain't nice. I'm like, all right, I'll just keep the name.
I always heard the truth hurts only if you're living in a lie.
Right, exactly. It's like,
You know what I'm saying?
that's your problem. That sounds like a you problem to me.
Exactly. I feel you, man.
Like, if you're offended, don't
all right,
talk
so what made you start like say, okay, I'm gonna start doing some stuff, and you got some videos out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about that.
I mean, I started doing Twitch at 2017 doing video games, but then I ended up quitting because I had a job, and so I had to end up quitting that. I didn't start back up and going on the screen until like last year during the pandemic because I wasn't doing anything.
Right.
I mean, I was working at home and stuff like that, but I could only do so much at home. And it was either like do something on YouTube and like make my mind go sane or end up like killing somebody. So I was like, okay, I'll just do YouTube. So I've only been doing this for like 10 months now.
Really? It seems like
Yeah.
you've been around forever, though.
Yeah, I've only been doing like my own videos on my own.
Right.
YouTube
Okay. I see. Okay. So you've been active on the other side of the screen, as I like to call it. That's cool. So what was the idea? What was what's the main thrust behind your channel?
I have no idea. I just do whatever I feel like it. I would say mostly I play video games on there, but other times I'll just. I mean, I might like do paintings, talk about shit that happened in my life, try on bras. I don't know. There's a bunch of things on there. It's like it doesn't make any sense. There's like no real thing. It's whatever I feel like it. It's my channel. I can do whatever I want, right?
Exactly, man. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. It's it's your deal. So what kind of subject matter do you talk about sometimes?
Like Black Lives Matter, or like this, or like family issues that I'll have a problem with, or I don't know, whatever I feel like ranting about, or I'll see something on Twitter and I'm like, okay, let me just rant about that real quick.
Right.
It's nothing really like. I'm not like really informative, or I'm not trying to like be informative. I'm just going off the cuff.
Okay. So all right. Now this is where this is the initiative question. Is there a food from your childhood that you hated, but now as an adult you love it or like it?
Yeah, there's actually two. There was hot water cornbread and hush puppies. I don't know if you guys know what those are, but yeah, because like my parents are from the South, so they cook a lot of Southern food.
I'm from the South.
Yeah. So like hot water cornbread is just like fried cornbread. And I really didn't like it at first, but like I enjoy it now. That and onions.
Yeah, hush puppies.
Yeah.
Good. So, all right. So Do you have a favorite time of year or a holiday that puts you in a special, happy place? You know?
I'm gonna say maybe Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I get to hang out with all my family, and we get to cook and just laugh. And
Is your family
have a good
large?
time. Oh, I have a huge family.
Oh, wow. Tell me about it.
I have 4 older sisters and 3 older brothers.
Holy
I'm the
smoke!
youngest.
So you're the youngest of 8.
Yeah.
That's crazy. My mom was too. That's good. That's a very interesting thing you have in common.
Never alone.
Yeah, no doubt. Man. So all right. Using one word, how would you describe your family growing up?
Crazy.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing that ever happened? Would you say?
Man, there's been so much stuff. I mean, I remember one time my mom called my brother called my mom a bitch, and my dad just like swung at him. I was like, ooh, and it's just. There's always something going on. There was always like people coming over because we had like, all our friends and my parents' friends. There was like always people around. There was like never a quiet moment.
Party time.
Every day was a party time. It was like,
yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I had a buddy whose house was like that, man. We'd all hang out there and shit.
I mean, it was cool sometimes, but sometimes it was like, God dang, man, go away.
Indeed. Indeed. So who would you say was the most influential person on you, for you in your childhood?
Oh, that's definitely my dad. He's the reason why I am who I am today.
Right.
And how I act, I mean, he was always there, and he was never like, it was funny because he lives in Alabama. He's from Alabama, and he talks about racism and stuff like that. And you hear all these people talk about like racism. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea.
Shit.
My dad has been through some shit, and I've never heard him ever say anything about, oh, well, fuck white people and everything like that. He used to tell me, treat people how you want to be treated, whether they're black, white, or whatever. That's what I do. It's like, people want to treat me like shit, that's fine. I'll treat you like shit too. You treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect. It is what it is. You know? So,
yeah.
So like my dad is
really what part of Alabama is he in?
Birmingham.
All right, I'm just south of Birmingham.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. That's interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I totally understand that shit too. I'm kind of a similar disposition. We've seen what fucked up looks like.
Right,
racially,
exactly. It's like, it's ridiculous. I'm like, you have no idea. I'm like, you're just...
Yeah, I mean,
it's so
oh my
stupid.
God,
I'm like,
give me on a tangent about these fucking...
Like, you would never make it in that world. You will not survive.
I know, rich, dumbass white kids that don't know shit. It's like, I don't know.
Right? Everybody's a fucking victim. I'm like, no, you're not a fucking victim. Shut the fuck up.
And even if you are a victim, man, you're not your fucking damage.
Right?
Your damage don't define you, man. I guess how you respond to the damage defines you, but you're not your damage. And
I think there's too many people just babysitting and calling these people. I'm like, no, let them fail. Failure is good. That's how you learn. That's
right. You got to let the baby hit, scruff his knees up, so you learn how to walk.
Like, you see, right? Exactly. If the baby's trying to walk, you don't just like carrying them around because they failed one time. Like, no, you keep going. I'm like, well, same thing.
Exactly. And you give him the bottle from the Jack Daniels when he's,
only stuck the titty so long. Okay, come on.
So what kind of kid were you growing up?
I was actually pretty shy. Always hanged out in the library, reading books.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it was the only time I could have a quiet place. I remember my house was noisy.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, that makes sense.
So, we lived like a block away from the library, and I would just always be there reading books all the time.
That's cool. So was there a specific like genre of book that you loved
I
or?
used to like reading. I don't know if I remember like there was like a called the Babysitter Club, and there was like a bunch of books. It was like really girly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Babysitter Club. Oh no, girl. So
Well,
it used to be
God
all
forbid
that.
you should study something girly.
I know, right?
Hey, you ridiculous lunatic. Have an alert. Greetings all. Greetings to you, sir. I salute you. When the cultist, I said his name earlier. 3-4 Yoda did not acknowledge you or Nostradamus the Great. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry to you too, Miss Toya.
Okay.
And then, well, so all right. So, what was elementary and middle school like for you?
I was always busy because I was just like doing softball and dance. My my dad. Well, my mom died when I was like 5, so my dad tried to keep me busy, pretty much.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so I was in softball, dance class, archery. What else?
Well, what happened with
The
your
other was the
mom?
gymnastics, but I have my mom. I'm not even sure. She had cancer. Yeah, that's it. She had cancer. I didn't find out how she really died until I was like 15.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's sad. But so you grew up with your pop.
With my dad, and then I still had like a female, because I still had like my 4 older sisters. So I
Right.
I lived with my dad up till 13, and then I moved in with my sister. Because I was like, my dad said, I can't teach you how to be a woman, so because I'm not a woman.
Fair enough, man.
Like,
You
go
know?
live with your sister.
That's right. So, do you have any like man skills? Like, can you change the oil in a car?
I mean, I can change the tire, I can change the oils, I can change brakes. I can fish.
That's daddy's girl there, buddy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, my dad taught me how to shoot a gun because he liked to hunt.
Nice.
When we would go to a vacation in Alabama, I would have to go and work on my uncle's farm. So, yeah, I mean, there are a
Yeah.
lot of things.
Yeah, that country life, man, is a shock. You know,
I know. It's like, man, take me back to the city.
no doubt.
Like, I like to buy my food at the grocery store.
Right.
Screw all this picking.
All right. So, if you could go back in time and talk to little Toya at the age of 8, what would you tell her?
Dude, I would just tell her to keep doing what she was doing.
Well, good. See, I like that. You know, it was the craziest thing you did as a kid.
I burned a garage down.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
What happened?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a garage fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an old garage. It wasn't like no one was there. It was just like an abandoned house, and me and my brother and our friends were like, oh, look, what will happen if we put this garage down, burn the garage down? And it's like, oh, it actually burned down. Oops. Run.
Yeah.
And then one time, me and my brother were shooting BB guns, and we're trying to shoot cats, and we actually shoot somebody's car. So, yeah. Yeah, it was something. I'm not as nice as I seem.
Yeah, we did me and some neighborhood neighborhood shit. Yeah.
This is back in the days when kids wouldn't go outside.
Yeah, man, and we'll run around the damn neighborhood, getting up to no good and doing crazy shit. That's right. BB guns. I remember, man.
Yeah. We used to have all kind of BB guns, and then we got to take them away because, after that.
Yeah, no doubt. Exactly. Always one that ruins it for us all,
Yeah, it's probably always me.
Oh man. So all right, we're talking about the craziest thing you did. What? All right. So, what about the first time you started to notice boys? You know, in a.
I still don't know the voice. No, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe like 7th grade. Oh, what was that? 13 or something like that.
Right.
I know this voice. I was like, I was always busy doing like sports and being active and stuff like that. I mean, I've always hanged out with the guys because I was a tomboy, but I never like noticed them like, oh man, that guy's so fine and everything like that. And it was just, hey, that's my buddy right there. That's just my homie right there.
Yeah, that's a good innocent place, you know. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, about 10, 11, 12 years old, you know, just all buddies and shit. Something happens.
Yeah, right.
Hormones, rare, they're ugly.
Damn hormones. I got a teenager now. I'm like, oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like.
You got a boy or girl?
I got a boy and a girl, and I got the boy as a teenager, and like, just let them be.
Yeah. Testosterone is a motherfucker.
Right.
I'm just saying, man. So what about? All right. So what about the first time you played doctor?
Oh,
you know, I mean, metaphorically.
I know what you mean. I actually played doctor. It was what 16, and he was 18.
Right. So it
Yeah,
was one of those little Romeo Juliet things.
We went to church together.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and I guess he had a crush on me, and I kind of liked him too. So, and we would play video games with each other, and you know, one thing led to another, and we weren't playing video games anymore.
Yeah.
We're playing a new game.
Would you say y'all fell in love?
I mean, we dated for a little bit after that, but I don't know if we were in love, but
Right.
like I lost my virginity. So I'm like, oh gosh, maybe I thought I was in love, but
Yeah.
that lust thing, I guess you can call it.
What about the first time you got shit faced or fucked up?
Was like, oh dude, that was until like I was 18, and I don't even know. I was just curious. I think that was like that one time. I was at that one time. 'Cause I mean, like, I already knew what it was like to see what it was like to be shit faced. Because I mean, I see my brothers and sisters were like shit faced all the time. And I'm like, I don't act like that.
Right.
I was like, I was curious. I'm like, what's the big deal? And I remember just having like this feeling sick and nauseous. I'm like, fuck this. This is terrible. I would rather, like, when I was a kid and we had like parties over at our house, I would just get money from the drunk people. Like, hey, remember you told me you owe me $5? Oh yeah, I forgot. And then give me $10 instead. I'm like, I would end up like $30, $40 at the end of the night.
That's
I gotta get money from the drunk people. Like,
slippers count.
right?
Yeah.
Like, how'd you get that new bike? Don't worry about it.
All right. So what was the first record album you ever bought?
Oh my goodness. I think it was MC Hammer. Because I wanted to be in a talent show. And wanted to get the single Can't Touch This.
Right.
Because I wanted to make a dance for it. Yeah, exactly. And I went to go buy that practice dance.
So all right. So talk about what were you? All right. So you did dance.
Yeah.
Did you do any? Were you a cheerleader or anything like that? Were you
I was
on the
a
dance
drill
squad?
team.
You were on the drill team?
Yeah.
What was that like, man?
I mean, it's kind of like the same thing as cheering. It's the drill team that uses more like music, and I was a military dance. You dance with you do things with military with the gun. So it's like not a real like gun, kind of like that. I did like batons and things like that. Yeah.
So, all right. So, what was your favorite music to listen to? Still is.
I don't. Honestly, I really like listening to jazz and blues.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What kind? You like fusion jazz?
Yeah. I mean, I really don't have like a favorite kind of genre. I just whatever I feel like listening to. Because I'm it's like sometimes I feel like listening to rock or heavy metal or rap or hip hop. Whatever. But I
Yeah.
mean, but most of the time it's usually like music like the 60s and 70s.
Right. You're listening to Santana? I've been on the Santana kick lately.
Yeah. I used.
It's a good fusion. He ended up going really straight jazz after a couple of years. It's good stuff. Okay, so shifting gears. So what music's your guilty pleasure?
Oh my god, I like listening to WWE theme music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
so
kind of
good.
cool. That's right. You're a big wrestling fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I love wrestling.
You love that wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listen to that a lot.
So all right. So all right. Well, talk about that a little bit.
Well, I mean, when I'm like working out, usually like my workout music, like WWE
right.
theme song.
What about? I mean, are you being a fan of WWE?
I mean, I think I've been a fan since I was 11 because of my brother. He used to watch it all the time, and I used to hate it. And after a while, I just like I don't know if you remember. There's a thing called Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, and he said, "Well, if you don't like this, you might like this because they're females." And I'm like, "Oh wow, there's females wrestling. This is awesome."
Yeah.
So I ended up like just watching it like all the time, and I've been watching it ever since. So.
You ever seen the luchador stuff? The luchas.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
I used to like make my dad drag me. They would have like house shows in California.
Oh yeah,
like,
I'm
Dad!
sure, man.
He'd be like, I don't want to go. I'm like, come on, Dad.
Yeah. I don't know. I find the lucha thing a lot more entertaining for some reason.
Yeah, it's wrestling to have all the flips and everything.
Like crazy dramatic.
Right?
Man.
It's so crazy. I'm like,
insane. Yeah.
like, how did they do that?
Yeah.
That looks so scary.
It does. Yeah, acrobatic and shit. This is good stuff. It's like you just got me thinking about it. We used to have that channel. What the hell? Those was it Lucha Libre thing?
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I used to have that too.
Well, all right. So moving on. All right. We're kind of skipped to high school. What was that like?
Ooh, high school. I think high school was the first time I ever been called whitewash because I went to school most of the time with white people, I guess, white neighborhood, and then when I moved in with my side of high school, she lived in a kind of mixed area where like there was some white, some black, and I went to school and I was like, oh cool, I'm going to school with some black folks. I was excited. I've been going out with school with white people all this time. I'm like, this is cool. Right. And next thing you know, they're like, oh, you just a whitewash and you talk like a white girl and everything else. I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't understand it at first, and then I went to talk to my dad about it, and he was like, those are just some ignorant niggas. My dad would say, don't pay attention to them. They ain't going nowhere in life. I just been myself, and I've had friends after a while, some black girls, started to like be friends with me, stuff like that. But yeah, it was like crazy.
Well, you can be politically not black nowadays,
right? Nowadays, yeah.
Have you hear about that shit? That's pretty crazy. That. Y'all, we living in a.
Want to be now?
All right, so if you're listening to a recording of this, just know that it's April 18th, 2021, and shit's crazy around here right now. Feels like we're in a movie, a bad one at that. Just saying.
Really? I'm about to say.
We're marking time, people. You know what we're going to do? We're going to talk to each other and put content up until the cows come home.
Right,
Because,
exactly.
dude, because it's fucking falling everywhere. I'm telling you. Let's see. We talked about music, all right, high school. All right. So, all right. Talk about your relationships, history-wise. What was the first serious relationship you ever got in? What was that about?
I think it was like, what, after high school? Because, I didn't really get into relationships. I was busy. After high school, went with a guy for like about a year. And then I ended up moving from California to Florida. And met this guy in school. And we just ended up going together for like 10 years and had 2 kids. And then he passed away. And then I recently got out of a relationship like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what happened with your husband, your first one? You don't mind me asking.
Oh, he got in a car accident and he died from his injuries from there. So yeah. And then I ended up coming back to California to live with my sister for a little bit.
So
after it happened.
Were you affected pretty deeply in your grief?
After that, I didn't really date anybody until like, what, it was like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah. And so you just got out of a relationship with.
Yeah, recently.
Well.
It was. I don't want to put up this personal information or anything. Like, it was just it, and he needed to work on something, so we decided to quit.
But shit happens, you know.
I would rather a person try to get themselves better than like, oh well, me being in a relationship. Yeah, I've been alone before. It's no big deal.
Right. Well, that makes perfect sense. You know, you got your own thing. You know.
Really, I'm very busy.
Well, right, and the best way to meet another love in your life is to totally not focus on it at all. Just focus on something.
That's how it happened the first time. So
yeah, exactly. It just hits you upside the head, man.
It really does.
Love is like that shit. Really,
it's a crazy thing.
Yeah, make
crazy
you
little thing called love.
It'll lobotomize your ass. You know,
right?
Right?
Where the hell that shit come from?
No doubt. All right, so you got 2 kids, one a teenage. What are they like?
Oh my god, they drive me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a teenager boy, and then I got another kid, 11. She's a girl, but she acts like she's 40 or something, like she's in charge. Sometimes I let her take over. I'm like, you take over then.
Yeah, really.
You're the next in line to my throne.
All right, so let's switch gears on the kid thing and the marriage family thing, and talk about like movies and stuff like that. What are you a big fan of?
Dude, I haven't watched a movie in so long, but I really like comedies. I really like the laugh.
Yeah? How about that?
It's been a while since what was the last thing that I watched? I don't even remember. Well, I watched the what is that? Was that Eddie Murphy thing? But I didn't laugh.
What? Oh, the Coming to America too?
Yeah, I didn't. I watched that with like my family and stuff like that, but I didn't laugh. It was not funny at all. But that was like the last thing I guess considered a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't funny. It sucked.
Well, okay. So it's I guess so. What do you do for entertainment? What is?
I either play video games or I read. Or I'll talk on Discord. That's always fun for me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, the social butterfly that you are.
Right.
I swear to God, I can pick like something on YouTube and you'll be right there in the chat, man. It'd be like, hell yeah, man. So we're talking our books. You mentioned you like to read. What are you reading now?
I'm actually reading that Donald Jr. Triggered book right now that my sister gave to me, so I'm reading that. Because we do like me and my sisters do like book club.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reading that right now.
What's it about?
Just pretty much about liberals.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I mean, I just started reading it like recently.
You and I've never really taught politics. It's like, why don't you describe?
I mean, I don't really do politics either. I mean, I know I could see some bullshit from afar. But I don't know really much about politics.
Right.
Like I could know like, people are always complaining about the same things over and over again. It's like nothing's being changed, and I'm like, well, there has to be a problem somewhere, right?
Right. Well, and the consistent element there is you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're miserable and everything you touch and you do makes you miserable, maybe it's not them.
And it's you, exactly. So maybe you need to make a change.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Hey, we see things similar. I like that.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's like I don't know, man. I was raised in a world where, everything was changing. And, and by the time I was like, a young adult, it was like, there, I don't know how to what I'm trying to describe, but it was a lot less hostile, racially in this country, and it was getting better. And then all
would think so.
Well, no, all of a sudden, it was I don't know, something happened, man. I don't know what it was.
Right. I mean, I was always taught to, I was be judged by my ethics and how hard I worked. And like my dad never said, never rely on your skin color. It don't mean shit. I was always a hard worker, and I've always, like, whenever I wanted something, I'm like, okay, I know I need to do better. I know I need to, if I want to go to this college, I know I need to study. If I want to get this, I know I need to get more money. I mean, it's like, what does skin color have to do with anything? It's like, oh, it's a culture thing. I'm like, no, it's just you. You're just being lazy, and you just making excuses.
Exactly.
That's how I see. Like, that's how I feel about it.
No doubt. What about the critical race theory? What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no opinion on that, actually.
Okay. All right. So moving on. Let's see. We talked about all right. So video games. What have you been playing lately? What's your favorite all-time game?
Oh, my favorite all-time game is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, killer.
Yeah, I remember because my brother got a Sega Genesis, and I wasn't allowed to play it, but I would play it when he leaves the house.
Right.
Yeah, so I was just like really good at it. I was like, oh, this is a game. I can't tell nobody though.
Right. Did you play anything else besides Sonic?
Oh, Mortal Kombat, and right now I'm Prey, a game called Prey.
What is that? Like a P-R-E-Y?
Yeah.
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 What's it
kind
about?
of like demons. I don't know. I just started it like 2 days ago.
Cool.
I don't even know.
Cool. Say Hey, the Moonbase Radio, Bloodletter 87 Gil. I see you there. What's up? Always lost on nothing else. Hey, what's happening? I got your number. What's your number? And Nathan Rita. I saw you said, what's up? What's up, man? Sorry, Miss Toya. We're just kind of, I don't know, people, I'm horrible with dealing with chat. I just, whatever.
He's like, whatever.
I can't be everything to everybody, man.
You can't be in two places at once, guys. Come on.
Yeah. It's just like I don't have the luxury of having somebody running the production of
Right,
my
you
shit.
need like a secretary.
No doubt.
You need like a host at the door, announcing people as they come in.
Exactly. All right. So what about science fiction or horror? Are you into any of that?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the last thing I watched was horror movies. Well, I don't even remember, but the one thing I don't like in horror movies is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah, Freddy.
Yeah. Well, I had like a theory. I was like, okay, so Jason, don't go camping in the woods. I'll be fine. Halloween, Michael Myers. Okay, I won't celebrate Halloween. Like Freddy Krueger, I have to sleep. Oh fuck. He gonna get me.
Oh man. What about your science fiction? Was that just rocket ships and shit? Technology, anything?
Not really. I mean, I don't even. I would watch it stuff, but I don't remember what it is. The only reason why I would watch it because my brothers would watch it. Like I didn't have much of a say in my house when it came to like watching things. I'm the youngest.
Right.
I had to watch what everyone else was watching.
Yeah.
I had no say. Like, oh, you're gonna watch this because I said so. I'm like, okay, sure.
So what about you have any TV series you're a fan of, or?
I like watching Law and Order SVU.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
It's still going for how? It's been going 20 years now.
Yeah, it's been going for a while.
Yeah, no shit, man.
So yeah, I usually watch that, but I would have to like pre-record it and everything and watch it later because I have kids and everything. I was working and then so I would have to do that later. But that was like really the only thing that I would watch. There was some other shows like I used to watch Live PD, but I took that out because I don't like cops no more because cops are bad. But I didn't really watch anything. I watched it with like whatever my kids were watching.
What about anime? Are you an anime fan?
Nah, I don't really like anime. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't know. I don't see the hype in it.
I understand. I don't get it either. Some of it's good.
To each their own,
Right, exactly.
Like I'll watch some of it and be like, "Oh, that's a funny moment." But I'm not gonna be like, "I'm gonna watch this whole series." No.
Yeah, you got 600 episodes.
Right? Only 600 episodes.
And then, and this is gonna stay unwatched, man. I'm sorry. I just,
Nah.
I got more shit to do.
I got shit to do.
Yeah, no shit. Right.
I gotta go outside.
I got a life to live, people. Shit. Let's see. All right. What about scars, tattoos, piercings?
I don't have any tattoos. I have my ears pierced. I used to have my eyebrows pierced. I had to take it out because of a job. And scars. Okay, I have a scar on my forehead from getting hit with a golf club.
Damn.
By accident. My brother.
Of course.
My brother. My brother accidentally hit me with the golf club. Well, it was pretty much my fault. I went in front of him, and he hit me with a golf club, and I ended up having to get a butterfly bandage.
Yeah.
Thought I had to get stitches. It was like in the middle of my forehead, and this was like in 3rd grade, and I had to constantly explain what happened. And then of course, you get hit in school. They call the CPS on my parents. And like my dad knows like every cop in that area where we used to live. Every cop, every gang member. Oh yeah, I have that. I have a burnt mark accident from my dad's cigarette. I have another cut from falling from a glass, and I think that's it.
Right.
I think there's any more scars.
So no piercings or anything? Your ears?
I have my ears pierced and my eyebrows.
Okay, cool.
Well, I took them out, but yeah.
Yeah, you wear barbells.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to get my tongue pierced, but my dad said no. So I was like, can I get my eyebrows pierced at least?
You might be glad. You might be glad Dad told you no on that one. I'm serious. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Can you imagine how fucking horrible that feels? We're gonna take your tongue and we're just gonna stick a spike to it. How about that?
Right.
It's
I
like,
mean,
fuck.
I wasn't. It's not like I'm afraid of needles.
No, exactly. All right. So in 40 years, what do you think people will be nostalgic for?
Oh my God, some real conversation.
What? All right. So what would you say is your worst habit?
My worst habit? Probably my sarcasm.
Your sarcasm?
Yeah, because sometimes I think it hurts people's feelings. Maybe not like online, but like in real life.
What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
Transformers.
Yeah. Who was your
Yeah.
favorite character?
Oh, Primus, of course.
All right. So describe your ideal party.
My ideal party. Oh my gosh. Music, obviously, some good dancing, a lot of just having a good old time, drinking and eating.
There you go. So what was the worst date you ever went on?
You know what? I don't think I've had one.
Well, that's great. That's pretty
I've
cool.
never had a worst.
Well, all right. So what did you want to be when you were a kid? What did you want to grow up and
Oh, a
do?
doctor.
You wanted to be a doctor?
Yeah.
Cool.
I wanted to be a pediatrician.
Sweet. Let's see. What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
Oh, okay. So 6th grade, all of my friends, they were growing boobs and I wasn't. So I ended up stuffing my bra, and during PE, all the bra stuffing came out of my shirt. So yeah,
But,
that was
yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah, you were a late bloomer, obviously.
Yeah.
It's for nobody that knows Toya, she has an incredibly huge rack. I believe I would describe it as.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a very voluptuous set of gazongas on her.
Yeah, I was a late bloomer. I didn't
That's
bloom
right.
until like after like 7th grade.
That's right. God don't make junk, right?
Right, exactly.
Let's see. All right. So, what's the most useless talent you have?
I could do a split on 2 chairs.
Oh wow! Like what is that guy's name? The French
Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yes, man. That's great. Oh man, you should really like film that and put it on your
I
channel.
don't know if I can still do it now, but I don't. Yeah, but I just gotta stretch.
Yeah. Well, but stretching. I don't know. And remember, everybody, her links are in the description below. Her Twitter and her YouTube. Make sure you are subscribing to Toya D because she's jamming. I like the idea that you're kind of just like you're kind of flowing, kind of vloggy, kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I figured everybody else is doing like, they're doing the politic thing, and they're doing the gaming thing, or they're doing the sketch thing. I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like thing. Because I mean, sometimes people don't want to talk about politics all the time. It is
Yeah.
a place for this. Okay, this is stupid, but
Right.
at least it's not politics,
It's like I tried to stay out of politics for 2 years, man, and it drug me back in.
Right?
As they
It's
said.
kind of hard to like.
Oh
not
my
talk
God!
about it.
Especially with this.
Especially now, man. I'm like,
Oh my God!
how can I not?
Yeah, no shit. All right. So if you could go back in time and spend a week with anybody, who would it be?
Oh my goodness, Lucio Ball.
Oh wow! I love that answer. Right, so what?
I'm a huge Lucio Ball fan. I've
Yeah.
been a fan since I was a child.
All right. Did you like the black and white stuff?
I like the black and whites. I like the I love Lucy, the Here Lucy. I watched her movies. I have all her books. I have all the memorabilia and everything else like that I could possibly find. I'm just like totally in love with I Love Lucy. I just love her. She's like my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite redhead.
It's that's it. That's a fascinating kind of hobby to have. Because it sounds like you really are. My favorite is always going to be the Vita Vita Vegemite.
Oh my goodness gracious! I love that one. That one and the chocolate.
Yeah, and the candy. Yeah, the working. That's
I love
funny
that
as shit. Yeah, it's classic stuff.
Can't get that kind of comedy anymore. I'm just like, I love.
Yeah. I'm an old cowhand from the
Right?
radio.
Oh my gosh, so good, so good.
You see, I'm dating myself. Man,
Dating our age, man.
my baby sister, man, she's the same. She loves Lucy. She would watch all the old Lucy and
I still watch it. I have
Blondie
like all
and
I have all the
fucking
DVDs and everything.
what's her name?
I still watch it.
Oh shit, Shirley Temple, man. She'd watch all
Oh
those
yeah,
damn
yeah.
movies. Yeah,
I
crazy.
remember that too. I used to like her. My daughter likes Shirley Temple. So.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. What's standing the test of time here. That's pretty cool, though. So if you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, and one question only, what would it be?
I would like to know was slavery as bad as they say?
That's a fair question. I think. I think if we go on models of what it looks like now, it's abusive, to say the least, right?
I mean, I always questioned that because it was kind of like, oh, they beat there's these people. I'm like, well, don't they work for them? Right? So why would you beat somebody down if they worked for you? I mean, the slavery was kind of like a pavement kind of thing, where it's like, well, they had to eat, they had to get shelter.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I was like, I always wondered that. It was always
right.
A
it sounds like to me you're wondering if it was more of a cooperative,
right,
effort
thing, and then
right.
I mean, it didn't say like, oh, they beat their asses.
More like indentured servitude.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying it didn't happen. History, it changes all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of like some people say this happened, and then it changes. Oh no, this happened. No, this happened. So it's like, I mean, it's like, look at them, what they're doing now. They're trying to like tear down monuments and act like, oh well, this person was a slave, we can't talk about them no more. It's like, or this was a slave owner, we can't talk about them no more. Kind of just want to know, like, oh, okay, was it that bad? Really? Maybe it got bad. Maybe it started fine and maybe it just got bad, but I don't know. It's like the one question I've always asked and got in trouble for a couple of times. Like,
that's a
I
fascinating
just I didn't
question.
believe it. I just
I understand.
Curious about it.
Well, yeah, I understand because it's hard to wrap your brain around that kind of
right. I'm not saying that there's other people who are like that.
cruelty
I'm
and
like,
shit.
they are, but
Yeah, I do. You know, that's a fantastic response, I think, to that question. Yeah. All right. So, do you have any strange or interesting collections, or any collections at all? Do you
Other
collect
than my Lucy stuff?
your
No,
Lucy stuff,
that's my Lucy stuff. That's it.
right?
Nothing.
Yeah. Well, all right. So, what would you say is your spirit animal?
I really like elephants because they're always with the herd, and I'm really for like family. So
Share a happy memory from your childhood.
oh, I think the first time I got a bike, I wanted a certain kind of bike, and my dad told me we couldn't afford it, and I said, well, if I get a job, can I get it myself? And he was like, yeah. So I ended up pretty much cleaning houses for the senior citizens in our church.
Mm-hmm.
End up getting the money, and then my dad ended up buying the bike anyway. So I kept my money and the bike. So that was really good.
Oh,
I really
dude.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
So
That's
my dad didn't think I was gonna do that. I'm like,
yeah. Well,
serious.
my parents would reward stuff like that too. Yeah, that's a good thing. What dish do you love to cook or bake? What do you love to cook?
Enchiladas.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good, man. All right, so this is the point where what's I call the Lipton questions or the pivot questions, depending on who you ask. There was a show called the Inside the Actor Studio.
Yeah, I remember that. I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. So, he would ask these questions, and it's kind of like a word association, or kind of not necessarily rapid fire, but kind of don't dwell on it. Kind of just what is it, right?
Right.
Like, what's your favorite word?
Bitch.
What's your least favorite word?
Woke.
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, and emotionally?
Creatively. I like a person could be very creative. Means they can think.
Mm-hmm.
I admire intelligence.
So is there something specific that turns you on to get you going, thinking?
I just like these people who just have some intelligence, have some like.
Oh, intelligent people. Okay, yeah. No. I totally understand that. That's kind of what this show's based on. Is sharing that energy. It's awesome shit. All right? So let's see. What turns you off?
Oh, when somebody don't know how to dress.
What is your favorite curse word?
Bitch.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Leftist. No, sorry.
What sound or noise do you love?
Oh, anything to do with water, like ocean, waterfall.
It rains.
Rain, yeah.
You ever put any of those rain channels on?
No, because they sound fake to me.
Oh man,
I'd rather have like the real thing.
Yeah, I totally get it.
I used to do it for my children though when they were young, like the white noises and stuff.
Yeah. I love that stuff. Let's see. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Broadway dancing.
Oh wow, that's right. Yeah. You got a little dance in you, don't you? What profession would you not like to do?
Politician.
All right, and finally, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I didn't think you were going to make it.
Cool. So, all right, so this is the point in time where Jack, queue up your questions. If you got any for Miss Toya, you can put a question marks before and after. Just make sure you put a bunch so I'll know the question specifically for her. And checking out the crowd. I said hi, and I always lost nothing else. Spittle Buggies, hi. Duck Dog, greetings. Mal, et tu, Mal.
Mal's my spirit animal.
He said to delete the stream, and I'm like, okay. What is Toya's favorite color? When the cultist wants to know.
Oh, it's purple.
Nice. I like purple too. Do you appreciate how sexy boob freckles are?
Thanks. I do.
Hey, Parrot the Bear. Yeah, I've never kicked my lawnmower, but I've never fed it. I've housed it, made sure it maintains its ability. So what the hell? I want some of what you're taking. What's your idea of a perfect vacation?
Probably in the mountains, fishing. Just the sound, no children.
Wow. We would get along pretty much.
I like the mountains. I like going camping.
I'm a mountain guy too. I don't like the beach. It's just, you know.
I mean, I live in Cabo. I live like an hour away from the ocean. I don't like it. I like the water and I like the ocean. I don't like the beaches.
Yeah. Why do you hang out with gaming yelling crowd? They're trouble. Question mark.
I don't know.
That's right. Man.
Someone has to be the good girl in the situation. Someone has to be the token black. Come on now.
All right. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? That's another good question, Becky. Butthole. Beat me in my own game.
I like mint and chip.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a classic. Mr. Scott, are you a ginger?
No. I mean, I could be.
Yeah. You
change my hair color. I could dye it that way.
What's the worst dye job you ever got?
When I had, I wanted purple hair, and it turned out pink, and I hate the color pink.
Oh no! Yeah. You had pink hair.
I had it for like a week.
Were you mistaken? Were you mistaken for a feminist?
No, this was before all that happened. This was like when I was in high school. Before all the crazy feminists happened with the pink and blue hair.
Right. While we're waiting on another question, let's see. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I do this count to 4 thing.
Hey, look, he can count, guys. That's great.
What is the best part? What has been the best part of your day so far?
Oh my god! I woke up this morning. That was the part.
Yeah, is it like the every day above ground's a good day?
Yeah, I mean, as long as I wake up, I'm good.
That's
Everything
right.
else.
What family member do you think you resemble and act most like?
My dad and my sister, would be like the first sister. I act like, yeah. But my dad was very social, talking to him, and he was very easy to talk to. And I feel like I'm very social and easy to talk to. But I'm also very hard, and my sister is very hard. So, like, I won't like sugarcoat nothing for anybody. I'll just like either not say anything, just say it like it is.
All right, so Spittle Buggies asks, have you ever woke up in the trunk of a car?
Not recently, no.
Have
I
you ever?
have been in trunks of cars to sneak into like drive-ins when they had it back in the day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you didn't want to pay that extra money, so stick them in the kids, stick the kids in the trunk.
That's right.
So that's been a thing.
What's your favorite part of the day?
I like evenings, like around like 5, 6 o'clock.
What kind of birds would you choose to be if you could?
Oh, a flamingo. Even though they're pink, I really like the necks.
Nice. So should people go somewhere else to shop if the business tells you to wear a mask?
I mean, I think you should. But I mean, it's up to you. But I don't prefer the mask thing, and I always just go. I mean, it's no law really to say that you have to wear a mask. It's just a mandate.
Yeah. So what's your favorite Broadway show?
The Lion King.
Neat. I got your question.
Or Cats, but not the new one, the old one.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah.
Not that horror show.
Yeah. Oh man, I have nightmares when I watch that motherfucker. All right, so all right, just keep them rolling in, and we'll keep rolling. Yeah, I asked her if she woke up in the trunk of a car. Let's see if I missed anything. All right, I think we got everything so far. Let's see. All right, so keep on. All right, so we'll keep rolling. If something pops in, then we'll anyway, we'll interrupt but all right, so we're kind of getting towards the end of the questions there. It's been a crazy little drive,
It's
man.
been fun. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm having a ball too, man. It's I may be a little over caffeinated, maybe stretching it out just a wee bit. Uzi was saying I was acting a little twitchy earlier.
A little too hype right now.
Right on. All right, so who would you say is a criminally undersubscribed YouTuber that you want to promote? Somebody you want to promote, and you'll get a chance to promote yourself in a minute.
I'm gonna say gaming and yelling.
Yeah,
I think you should have more people.
Yeah,
He's great.
Oh, yeah, he's funny as hell. He's a fun guy. I mean, it's just sometimes I've popped in there and just be me and him, and we just start laughing at nothing.
Fantastic.
He's funny as shit. It's just funny. Heart, you too, EZQ. Do you have a hard time maintaining your hair? What does that mean?
It's a black thing. No.
Spittle buggies? Okay.
Oh, no. I mean, I sometimes depends on how I have it. That's why I always keep it like in braids, so I don't have to do much.
Yeah, I've got my coof beard, and it is magnificent. It is.
Right.
Yeah, it's like about 6 inches.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going ZZ Top, people.
I was about to say, you're doing the ZZ Top thing, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Duck Dynasty or ZZ Top. Take your pick. I don't care. What's your favorite car you've ever driven?
Mustang.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a groovy car. So, what about a YouTuber you think is like overhyped? You don't understand why they're so popular.
I don't know. How are you? I have no idea. Oh, Phil Franco. That's.
What's up, you beautiful bastards? What's up, you
Damn,
beautiful
that-
bastard?
Like, I don't understand why he's so hyped.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, I totally understand that, man. All right, so do you have anything new content wise? So if you have any special projects you're thinking about putting out there?
Well, I'm starting on Tuesday, hopefully. I'm gonna put some gameplay out.
Sweet.
That'll be from like Tuesday through Friday. And then I have my wrestling I talk about with my friend Tim. We just talk about it every month during whatever the pay-per-view comes out. And then whatever else I put out. It's a surprise. I get to do random things. I never have like a schedule.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Let's see. Wow, we're at the end of the line, people.
Time flies when you're having fun,
No
guys.
shit. So before we go, it's a tradition to share your channel, and we'll have a final word with the chat and the people watching, and then we'll call it a day.
All right. Well, my name is Toya Nice. I have no contact on my channel. There's nothing there. But if you want to check me out, just make fun of me. Come on through.
Yeah, and remember, guys, she's open. She's single and ready to mingle. I pull that old Chris Cuomo shit. But no Q-tip. All right. Spittle Buggies, one more. Have you ever stabbed anyone with spoons?
No, but I've stabbed somebody with a fork.
You driven a Kuba wagon? I don't know who's talking. I don't understand that. All right. Kuba wagon.
What?
I don't know, man. A Kuba means bucket car. It's a German. It was the chassis of the Kuba became the Volkswagen.
Oh.
It was like a Jeep that the Nazis had. So, it was German.
Nazis driving me around. Sorry.
Right. You were a little young for that shit.
Unfortunately, wasn't that kind of look.
That's right. You're not Rosie the Riveter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all right. So what your usual week? What she's talking about doing the gaming on Tuesdays. You'll be playing that game we're just talking about, the Prey.
Yeah, Prey. Yeah, I'll be playing that. I usually just do like a kind of like a series thing. And I'll just I'll do that the video. I haven't done live streams in a while, so maybe I might go back to that. But yeah, just put them out. That's kind of like a storytelling thing. So
yeah, cool. So got anything else for the chat?
No. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, it's been awesome. But we appreciate everybody that showed up. It's been a solid show, and I want to thank you. Because without the guests, the show is nothing. So,
no, man, thank you for having me.
You've been a wonderful guest, and I really just wanted to give you a big old hug.
Aw.
I've come to the decision. I'm going to buck the system and say that Toya is nice.
Nope.
She has been nice. She has been. All right, how about if I say she has been nice this whole show?
This is going to be the last ice cream stream because I'm going to have to murder IRATE now. Sorry, guys.
No, that note, I'll say, let's say goodbye.
Bye, guys.